The microphone up and down the table here for people to answer the questions that you might have. We will take all the questions that you have up to about 25 minutes or 15 minutes to 6, and then we'll have to close the call. So we'll get started here. Want to bring everybody out? Come on out.
My name is Marty Brown, and I'm from Mayfield, Kentucky, and I'm a big Everett Brothers fan. I love them a lot, and I'm honored to be here.
Well, Marty, you're doing real good. See your own or CMT and ENN, and we're just having you Brown.
Thank you.
And I just met my long-lost cousin, James Dick.
I tell you, this is a thrill for me. I was born and founded in Kentucky, and I just found out, I did a television show called News I Had, and when I was on that show, I found out that the Everett Brothers were my first cousins, and just tickled the living prunes out of me because I didn't have any talent for picking or singing, and thank God I had flash, or I wouldn't have had a job.
I just think it's wonderful, though. I used to say to myself, I said, hey, that wonderful looking man. Looks like somebody I know. I know that.
I'm just very happy to be here. This is a thrill for me, not only to meet my kinfolks back here, but to see the Everett Brothers. I've never seen them in person performing, and it's going to be a bigger thrill for me than it is for anybody else. I guarantee you that.
We're just so happy you're here. We really
Howdy, I'm Mark Orton. I'm working with these guys down here. I want to tell you, just like Marty Brown said, I've always been one of the Everett Brothers' biggest fans, and I'm honored to be here for the first time. These guys have been here before. I guess we should introduce a couple of guys. I'm sure y'all know that a couple of our members left a couple of months ago. This is Greg Seaton. This is Monaco, our new lead singer, an old friend of ours from the 70s who sang with us, who's going to be singing with us from now on. And the fellow right here is our first cousin who played with us from 1968 till 1981, Anthony Kenny, who'll be back playing bass with us. And this is Mr. Greg Martin. I'll let him have the microphone.
Hello, it's a big honor for us to be.
That's enough.
be here to be a part of every brother's thing again. It's doing pretty good on bottom, ain't too much on top. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the introductions over. Do I have a first question? Somebody can give me the first question? Do I have a question? Yes, right here.
Don, Bill, sort of a two-part question. One, you guys have plans for brand new album, and what are there any plans for release of the archive, Wonder Bros?
Well, we haven't made any real plans on anything new, but there is a plan to release those from the archives that they were talking about it. But I thought everything was out, but maybe it's not, you know. But if we did cut them out, we'd like to come up with a bunch of hits in it this time.
Need this microphone? You do?
We don't need it. Can we holler instead?
He said, shut it off. There, is that better? Just don't touch it.
Do we have another question? Yes, right here.
I'm Lori Eckenberger from the Messenger on Fire in Owensboro, and I just wanted to find out what role will you be playing in planning the new museum?
I've been married 3 times, I don't have too much stuff in it. I like new stuff anyway, so I don't know.
The main thing,
I don't know what to do. I'll probably find, things that hurt our career.
yeah, as long as they don't stuff us and put it in there, you know.
Do we have another question, please?
Well, thank you very much.
Right here, please. Would you stand up, please, for us?
There's been some interest from some of the major hotel chains to come in here, but because it's a dry county, they're looking at it twice. Has there been any thoughts about changing that? Is it good?
I don't know. In fact, I've never really given that much thought to it. I don't really have an opinion about that.
We got a good start back today.
I don't think you can keep people from drinking. I really don't. If they want to. And so I don't know. It's something that's been this way for so long. I don't know. That's something that the local people will figure out amongst themselves.
And I'm sure there's going to be a need for hotels because most people sleep in them, you know.
I know this little way out on the left, they build cookouts again, all the way out there to the,
I think that's the view of prison.
We got a question right there.
well, they got me in the can.
Go ahead with the question, please.
In an interview the other night with Willie Nelson and Weather Jennings, they expressed some interest with bringing the highwaymen up here in the next few years. If they could twist your arms and get them down, get you all down for their picnic. Has there been any?
Well, that's certainly a possibility.
Okay.
We talked to Johnny about that, and that's quite a possibility, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. Really would. They're just wonderful entertainers, they are. Legends.
This lady right back here, please.
Johnny.
I'm looking from
Yeah,
home.
go back with
I'm intending to come tomorrow to Europe next year.
Are you planning to go to Holland?
you. Yeah. There's talks about a European tour this spring.
Hey, it'd be nice.
Yes, sir, right here.
I don't know if that's going to be re-released that. We haven't been talking about it. We do something. Songs that he tells us to show now.
I think, I think his mom is in charge of that. That's up to her.
Yes, right back here.
A lot of it will be about your impact on other people. harmony styles. Who influenced you?
Dale's brothers, Delmore brothers, and Dad and his brothers. Dad sang with Chuck and Leonard. The three of them sang trio. They say Chuck was a really wonderful high voice. And the Delmore brothers, the Dale brothers, wonderful country. There's the Lubin brothers, Wilbur brothers, and
All right, yes, sir.
Another question, this one's for Richard and Headhunters. Since you have two guys,
Right.
are you going to stay in the same musical direction, or are there going to be any changes?
Well, I think maybe there's been a couple of times people, we said that we would never change, and a lot of people said, well, that's impossible. And when we talked about this, we wouldn't let the attitude and the responsibilities of the headhunters have been given, because we have a very, very young audience. We didn't expect that sort of thing. So our morality and that sort of thing is going to stay the same, but we'll still going to keep that push off the music. But yes, there's no way that we can't change a little bit. But I think as long as we keep our attitude right, the music attitude right, all the headhunters ever was fun music, hard sound for everybody. And, you know, God knows that we weren't the only five guys in the world that created that. So we just had to know a couple of guys that were real good at it. We learned a lot of stuff down there, you know. They were good at it.
I think that show wasn't elected and they kicked.
John, Bill, this afternoon, City Church dedicated your fountain to the four lands, including I Care for Your Father. Is that your reaction to that?
well, I think it's really wonderful. I mean, I drive through the restaurant here, and I just remember the barbershop where Moses used to work with Dad, and they would build guitars out, and I would sit there and listen to that music. And that was really what put the dream in my head. Just listening to them and Merle Travis, of course. We met Merle Travis, the awfully, about 46 or something. Really, 47, 48, somewhere in there period of time. And that was the Grand Ole Opry just loomed very large in my life. I wanted to be on that stage too, with ambition. And I was proud of it to finally that something is about we recognize where it came from. It came from Middletown, Kentucky. It came from came from here. A lot of people, they won't know it. It came from Muhlenberg, Kentucky. That's right. And some people get their history wrong. Maybe this is correct.
Yes, this lady right now, front, please.
Oh, Northern, yeah. Maybe this winter. No, it's a Victorian. You know, we like it. I like it. Pardon? I'm sorry, I didn't. Oh, the mall. Oh, I love to crawl malls. I do that all across the country.
That's a real pretty model. That's the biggest thing I ever saw in my life.
Was that in, I've been there. That's one of the roller coaster? I've been there. And the wave pool? Yeah. I've been there.
Don was spending every mall in the country.
Yeah, that's what I collect malls. I do. We get to a place, I get to be on the bus and we go to the mall.
You have a question right back here, please.
Are the two of you in the process of writing any new songs or music?
I think it's always writing, sometimes more than other times, you know. It's always a song lurking in the background.
Maybe about a mom.
Well, yeah. I spent a long time with
Do we have any more questions right back here? Yes, sir.
I have a question for Phil. During introductions, you said that if it wasn't for Dave Rich, that you would be working in the factory.
Well, the story was when we were trying when we were trying to hang on to in Nashville, there was we'd auditioned for a television show and we kept waiting for that to come about. And the folks were just running out of money able to support us there. And at the very last, the tail end dates, that we at least started to go to Income Rose and drop off our songs. And he got us that appointment, which got us into the started to think that he actually did that. Lord, thank you.
Something just dawned on me, and I guess it happened just now, is you guys really got your start down Acres Road, didn't you?
Yes.
You know, the funny thing is that's where the headhunters got their start. And I know I don't say know that, but Mark, before we started headhunting, Mark was very impressed, signs is right, but the other side, this is right. So there's a little.
Chet actually wasn't told me about that at first. It did, there's thing that's said about the Western Roads. But it was good for the artists we had. I would give Western respect for our career.
Yeah, but it was just a place, a meeting place.
Yeah, there was a lot of talent out
Yeah,
there.
God knows me and Mark never got no cuts. It was real hard to do.
Yeah, Western Roads was a very powerful man in the action at that time. It was almost too powerful.
Yeah, well, things that you guys did, you went through a period of time too.
Yeah,
But you showed them up a good life back then.
Yes, that's fine.
We've seen your public service announcements on TV. Do you plan to do more of those for the near future?
Yeah, we need to because there's two guys that are on the public service announcements that aren't in the band anymore. So anytime that y'all would like to do those, we can do that.
Great.
Do we have another question? Yes, right down here up front.
For the Everly Brothers, have you ever thought about writing a book about yourself or maybe thinking about this in your video?
I don't know, it's one of those things, it's like everybody sort of has their own recollection of the way things were, It's like did review was I don't know. There's an overall story, basically, every family, basically.
We have a question over here. Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Marty Brown. Marty, I know you're secretary, batting secretary. I know you're familiar with every year these promotions, getting the basketball. Is it still, you're still kind of climbing your way up that 2 hours coming out? Are you still hungry?
That's I put on that again. I go home, Mom makes mention, but well, right now, like I said, my album sales are great. I'm making more money than every week on my life, My second album is getting ready to come out sometime late this fall. It's just Kentucky music and the feel of this area. Where I come from, around in here, I used to come over here and cruise all the time. I cruise, I told them last year, I cruise Memphis and the Sonic.
Marty's still got a lot of fire. He's still looking at the radio station. He jammed one night for 2 or 3 hours. It's about a handful of people. Just had fun.
But that's obviously the whole thing, just to have fun, and not say yourself out playing.
Right on.
Yeah.
Marty, I heard that you're called the new Hank Williams. What do you think about that?
Oh gosh, I got a lot of idols. I remember I told them down there in Nashville that they helped have me come to a press conference down there on what was going on. I told them, well, I just got a lot of vegetables in my stew, so to speak. Really, I was an Irish kid. The Everly Mom had Everly Brothers records laying around, Hank Williams records, Jimmy Rogers, and the good stuff, the people who laid the foundation, And I can remember whenever they did their comeback, they recorded it. I remember seeing the video on the song "I Know Love," and I heard this man waving high as a kite. It really blew me away. I remember the first time I saw that video, I was sitting in my mom's living room. My mouth was like this, it was great. So I guess being compared, I've been compared to the Everly Brothers. It's a big honor, and Hank Williams too, because Hank Williams is a real person, and he did a lot of writing himself, and he stayed true to himself. So that's an honor for me.
We have this lady right down front here.
I just want to say, Marty, that we hear you're Virginia and
stand up, please? Yes, the yellow one, would you stand up, please? Yes.
Hold on. With the random title, this nice artwork done by these little kids here in the area, what kind of influence would you hope to be to these children? What do you think you mean to them?
Well, go ahead, Lily. No, yesterday I had a chance to come and see all those kids in school, you know, and it was really kind of nice. What was really nice is it's kind of a real honesty how this whole community, this particular school, they made an educational aspect of this homecoming being held here. There are a lot of little stories written about what the songs mean and of all the acts. I read a wonderful story that was a parody on an old childhood story about how we all got together to do this, to make some good music and have some good times. And it was just a wonderful experience. And the teachers are really responsible. They're doing a great job. And I guess if that would just continue, that kind of educational aspect of that, and the fact that some people are going to go to college based on this homecoming, and all of those kind of things, that's a good kind of, I'd like that to be a legacy left here.
Yes, we have a question right here. Go ahead.
Okay, I have a question for Marty here. Marty, I know you really treasure that you can get out in public and go to Chi-Chi's and the Barrel in Owensboro and McDonald's or wherever. Do you have a fear that you might become too famous to where you'll lose that and can't get out? Does that bother you, or have you thought about it?
No, you know, I mean, when it comes to people like our music, I mean, last year, and I want to do it this year, it's like I stood out there, I know, for about an hour and a half signing autographs, you know. I think they got it blocked off this time, but I can't do it, but that's part of it, because the people are the ones who go out and buy your albums, spend their hard-earned money, so, you know, I love it. I love meeting the people, and this area, I go out there, you know, out west, I like it out there and everything. I just telling you all I know, these are the real people that are right around in here. I mean, Tennessee, Virginia, and North Carolina, even down to Carolina. It's just, there's an air here. I mean, really.
Already company never been no more.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I've been there, but I like to go here. I will say that the place in Kansas, we went, I never thought that I'd ever see a place in that Kansas County, but I went and it was a place between Vancouver and Calgary. That drive is undoubtedly, I mean, you see these advertisements about coming to Canada and it's got a bear reaching down getting a fish out of the water. You go, oh, that ain't the way it is, but that is. I saw it. I saw a bear on the wall reaching down to get the big fish, and I thought that was terrific.
Do we have another question, please? Yes.
For Dr. Cole, do you play any thinking beyond now and then?
I can do a little bit of it, but I never pursued it like Dad did. I can do a little bit of people thinking.
Well, I can pursue it, but I can only still do a little bit.
Your dad teaching?
Yeah, Dad actually kind of let us start you and let you continue on your own, which is a good way. But I wish I'd paid more attention. And if anybody's living with something, then should learn.
They taught me basically he wanted me to play rhythm for him, so I did learn how to play rhythm. But I'm on the bass and the lead and it's no longer good with me.
Another question, please? Yes.
Phil, you once made a record with Cliff Richard, and I'm talking to Alan Clark, you know probably him, the lead singer of the Hollies, and Tony Hicks. They were in Holland a few months ago, gave a show, and I was wondering, you were the example for them to start a Holly, the harmony singing. And I asked Alan Clark, what would it be to sing together with the Everglades, or an occasion as you did years ago with Cliff? What do you think about singing with Alan Clark and the Everglades?
He's a great singer, and it's always fun to sing with great singers. I choose some of the best music that I've ever heard is always in a hotel room, you know, after the show when everybody's sitting around singing together. It's a shame some of that doesn't get out on record.